How you doing? My name is Chase Reed. I'm the owner of the world's first sneaker pawn shop right here on 125th and Lenox Avenue. I opened up the world's first sneaker pawn shop when I was 16 on 120th, and now we're expanding the business. After my parents didn't really want to buy me any sneakers anymore, I had to figure out a way to get some money, and I didn't really want to get a job. My father always told me to be my own boss, and I figured out a way through buying and selling. We would go down from New York to Miami, stop in every state, try to get as many malls as possible from here to Miami, and we would try to get like 40 sneakers, 50, 60 sneakers, as many as possible. Come back up to New York, resell them, and get a pair of kicks myself, so that way I can use my profit, and then, I still have some money in my pocket. It was pretty much a hobby for me after a while. And then after it became a hobby, my father saw how many sneakers we had, and he was like, let's make a sneaker store. We ended up starting out our brownstone on 120th and Lenox Avenue. It took us a year to fully build the store because we were coming out of pocket. We spent $30,000. That was about $20,000 to $30,000 to open the world's first sneaker pawn shop. Giving up my collection, it was like, all right, I'm 16. I don't know if I'm gonna ever get these sneakers again. I don't want to give them up. But I'm sort of glad I did it. I don't think I would have been here if I didn't have a parent to tell me like, yo, get it back. All the sneakers I've had 10 times over now. So it's definitely a dope experience. And now I get to buy more sneakers. So I'm actually proud that I did it. And it just comes with making sacrifices, and that's part of life. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Sometimes you gotta give away something, or sometimes you gotta get rid of something that you have, much love for in order to get it back. At first it was hard because me and my dad wasn't on good terms because I was a student athlete at first. And then I found the love for sneakers, and I wanted to be my own boss, and I wanted to have. So my mentality was like, all right, let me try to go get some money, or let me try to do anything to have money in my pocket or get the stuff I want. And basketball wasn't really my main focus. So that was probably the beginning stage of our relationship with opening the store. It was being a student athlete, opening the store, running the store, trying to go to college, and trying to juggle so much. But as the years go on, we're 2 years into the business. We're 3 years into building the business, but we're 2 years into actually officially opening up the business. And for us we're just coming to an understanding on everything. I understand him, and he understands me. I respect him, he respects me. The first couple interviews, I'm like, oh, this is cool. But then when you start seeing shows that like your grandmother watches, or you start seeing people that recognize you from being on TV, or you're on Hot 97, or you're on World Star Hip Hop, and that's stuff that I basically grew up watching, hearing the radio every morning, or going on World Star Hip Hop. That's something from my generation. So to be on there, get 600,000 views, or to be on the morning show with Ebro, that was pretty cool to me. And then being on Forbes magazine, I didn't realize how big it was a year ago, but now I'm like, all right, damn. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make Forbes again, so I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna keep on going until I make it again and again and again. And it's a lot of successful people that haven't even made that. For me, I feel like it will be consistency. That's something that everybody has to work on. There's never enough consistency. That's something you always can work on. So consistency, motivation, and innovation. So innovation, where you create something new, you create something different, and you have your own lane, you stay in your lane. That's the consistency part about it. And the motivation is it being something that you love, and fall in love with the hustle, fall in love with the game, so that way you could go out every day and you make your dreams come true. In 10 years, I see myself with my family having a blast at a big round table, in a big house, and just a whole bunch of love, support, and happiness. That's really what my ultimate goal is in 10 years. I want to be able to buy Harlem. I want to be able to buy New York. I'll buy the country if I could. And giving back to the people that didn't have the opportunity I had.